As you know, Naraka is getting a big update and will finally release on PS5 as well as go free to play. With this update should come a new defensive mechanic that's going to play a very important part in everyone's gameplay. The green focus. Allow me to explain everything I found out about this mechanic in the last few days. I have a small spoiler for you. At least one infinite combo still exists, and you will see about it at the end of the video, so please stay tuned and enjoy the video. Small disclaimer, since we don't have EU test server for Naraka, I was forced to go on the NA test server and do all of this testing with 130 milliseconds of ping. Please take that into consideration and give us EU test server next time. Thank you. Thankfully, I had creatives help me to check some stuff on low ping since he's playing on the NA server, so thank you creatives again. To kick things off, let's position ourselves from the defensive point of view to explain this mechanic. Every time you take damage without getting back control of your character, this new escape bar will fill up with a grey color. After around 5 or 6 hits, the bar should be full. It's not precise because the bar fills up differently depending on the attack that hits you. As soon as your feet leave the ground and the bar is full, the icon finally turns green and you can then press spacebar to activate the escape animation. Okay, now it's time to take the aggressor's position. Keep your eyes on the bar filling up, and if you hear or see someone using the green escape, just try to grapple them for a big damaging stomp. The weapon rarity doesn't change the speed of filling up of the bar, so we can assume that filling this bar doesn't rely much on damage, but more on the number of hits and the type of attack that hits you. I think the attack that fills the most is the kick from a grapple, so goodbye grapple combos, I guess. If you are attacking in a 2v1 scenario, try to use simple staggers to keep them on their feet, so they won't be able to use this green focus escape. Okay, let's go back to the defense side now. There is a big mechanic I almost missed while making this video. You can actually hold your green focus to delay the start of the roll animation. This makes it way harder for your enemy to know when you're punishable by a grapple. And you can also turn your camera around to choose in which direction your roll is gonna go, always behind you. You will still take full damage at the start of the green animation, only the rolls are iFrame. So holding your green focus is also putting yourself at risk, because you take full damage so you can get bursted down very fast. If you think you're gonna get grappled up using this animation, you can just cancel the last part with a grapple, right at the start of the rolls. Now something weird, there are ways to cancel the green focus before you even go into the roll animation. The first way is when you get put to the ground, you get hit once while you're on the ground and then you can tap spacebar and instantly cancel the green focus with anything you want. The second way, that even works while you're in the air, is you have to hold spacebar until your character has his 2 feet touching the ground, and then you can cancel with anything you like. I have no idea if this is intended, but here it is. Okay, now we get into the best parts. Some characters have abilities that can bypass this mechanic completely, and I don't know if it's intended or not, but it's really crazy. We can classify them in 3 different categories of power. At level 1, we have the green breakers. They can cancel the startup of the green focus animation, usually giving you a combo reset. At level 2, we have the Stagger Resetters. They can break green focus and also just empty the build-up of the escape bar at any time, allowing you way more flexibility on your combos. And finally, at level 3, we have the iFrame catchers. They can do it all. They can green break, stagger reset, but they can also catch the double roll at the end of the green focus animation. This gives you even more opportunities to easily catch your opponent. If you followed everything I said, you should know which infinite is still in the game. It's Timulch. Because his F is a Stagger Resetter and his ultimate gives him his F back again and again, he can just reset the Stagger again and again and go for the old infinite. Thank you creatives again for the clip of the Timulch infinite, because it was looking quite bad with my high ping on the test server. Here you can find the list of all the abilities I had the possibility to test and in which category they fall. The winners of this update around this new mechanic are clearly Tumult and Valda. They can completely ignore all the limitations of these new defensive options. Just have fun against them. This new mechanic looks to be far from perfect, but I think it's a good thing for the game. It will give us new mind games and new way to elaborate on combos. Some things could be improved, like it's not very equal in all characters. Some of them can can completely ignore the mechanic and just go around it, and some are forced to play with it. But the idea of this mechanic is very good, especially for new players that are gonna join the game now. It's great to have a universal combo breaker and that it's not free, you can get punished on it, but I guess we'll have to wait and see how it plays out. Maybe it's not even gonna come out on the patch tomorrow, so let's see. We're gonna have to experiment.